Hello everyone, Eddie here, SpinTires. First off, couple of things. I'd like to apologise for the sound of my voice. I'm literally trying to get my voice back. I've lost my voice at the moment, which is making recording very tricky, as you can imagine. And second off, I'd like to give a massive thank you to Sir Jambon. What can I say? It wasn't a shout out, it was the world's best shout out you could possibly get for someone just trying to start out on a SpinTires series. What more can someone do for someone? I'm going to try and live up to the hype and try and do the best I can. And I appreciate everyone that's come over and subbed to me. You know, thanks for your support. Thanks for giving it a go, seeing if I can do it. If you're anything like me, you can't get enough of SpinTires. I watch so many SpinTires. I mean, I'm a Minecraft fanatic, but SpinTires is my other game that I watch more than anything. And I must admit, Sir Jambon's now got me into Euro Truck Simulator 2 as well. So that might end up a series one day, if I can get it running on my poor little PC. Yeah, you have to kind of understand my PC's not the greatest in the world. It's a nice little desktop, don't get me wrong, but it's not got very graphic capability. So I have to wind my graphics down a bit. But I'll do my best. I'll do my best with it. We'll push it and see where we can take it. I have been doing a little bit of messing about. What have we got? Where was I messing about? I think it was in River. Yeah, River. Because I did say that I was going to not so much showcase the Dodge Ramcharger from Sid, Spun in Darkness mod, but I was going to show it because it is my new fave, sort of like scouting vehicle. And it is very good. I will put a link in for it as well. There it is. Get on that, thank you. There it is. When it comes to looks, that is a sweet sort of car anyway. But it handles really well. I parked it here, mainly because it was something I was trying to demonstrate with the Land Cruiser from Sid. That it's, when you get it on a straight, and the dirt isn't rough, I mean dirt isn't wet, this thing can seriously pull up some speed. Once again, it's got a low first gear for brilliant rock climbing, but you get some speed out of this, and it just handles the terrain brilliantly. I mean, I'm giving it a bit of push and pull there, and you know, it just loves it. Gets into the mud, it just digs in and does. I mean, you can do all sorts of things with this. It's very versatile again. Given the choice between the two, if you were to go for purely must get there, must make it round it and do everything, I would go with the Land Cruiser. If you want something that's a little bit more fun, I'll go with the Ramcharger, because it's a little bit more fun, this one. Best way of describing it is a bit bouncier, but as you can see, it has no trouble with anything. Pretty stable, not quite as stable as the Land Cruiser, but pretty stable when you're going over the rough stuff and bouncing. I think I rolled it once, and that's because I was being a bit silly with it. I was trying to go down an evil slope, and I was trying to go down it, and I decided to go sideways and took the turn too tight. Like you do, you know, you take these things, you take the chances, you excuse me, you go with it, don't you? You go with it. I'm sorry I sound so rough today. I do apologise, but I really wanted to get this video out. One, to thank Sir Jambon, and two, to thank the new subscribers. It's a massive boost to my little channel. I've always been small, and don't get me wrong, I love being a small channel. I think being a small channel is half the fun. But to suddenly get that much support and that much sort of help from a bigger channel, a much bigger channel in effect, is amazing. So I should do my best to live up to it. And I know Sir Jambon at the moment is sticking a lot with the legacy side of the game, the legacy version, so we can do the mods on the legacy. So I'm tending to stick with the newer side of the game, the updated version, and I'm looking at the mods that work with the updated version. So it sort of gives you something different to watch rather than some jambons. It's, in a way, it's so I'm not covering the same ground as him, and he's not covering the same ground as me. So you get more bang for your buck, as it were. But I've got no idea where I'm going now. Where am I going? I'm there. I need to get up there, so I've got to go said way to the left. Now, I used to play this. I had like an early release demo type thing of it, where they just got the coast and the river and stuff. Volcano wasn't even out, I don't think, and I played that quite a bit. But as I say, my PC didn't cope very well with it. But now they've updated the maps, everything looks so different, everything plays so different, the mud's much stickier, there's twigs and sticks all over the road, but they have fixed incredible flying rocks. And the other good thing about rocks is if I try and find some rocks and go over them, that if you hit a big rock and look like you're getting stuck, come on, where's the rocks? This is all mud, where's the rocks? You look like you... Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, headphone users just got deafened by that one. I really do apologise. Yeah, if you hit a rock with your car or your truck now, the rocks shatter. Well, these rocks, let's see if we can get one to do it. So it'll hold you up for a while. But rather than just like bog you down and stay there forever, the rocks will break. There you go, see? And it allows you to carry on with just a hindrance without total stopping. Not all of them doing it, it seems, but there you go, another one's gone. But I think that was the way that, I can never pronounce these right, Oovee have done it so you can not get so snagged on the rocks. I know they were getting snagged under your suspension of your trucks and on trailers, and they were more trouble than the plan sort of thing. So they have been working on it. They've been working on it really well, I think. As far as updates go, I do like this. I do like what they've done to bring it forwards. Oh, getting near water, my frame rates are dropping a bit. I do apologise. Bear with me. We'll get across it. Over here I've got one of the orange, I don't know none of the names of the lorries, I do apologise, I'm terrible at names and stuff, so you will notice that if you ever see my Minecraft episodes. I'm forever umming and ahhing over what stuff are called. But I've got the orange little C-Class there, and attached to that I have this tanker. Now, I don't know whether this tanker came from one of the mod maps I've got in it, or whether it's part of the update. But either way, it looks really good. They've also got, what do I call that? An excavator on a trailer. There's a little ATV on a trailer. There's all sorts going down. Now, this is going to end very badly. Unless I get... See, I've got up to there and got across with the B class. Now looking at this, it should be doable. If I go almost straight ahead. Should be. Shall we try it? What's the worst that can happen? Okay. Don't answer that. Let's just go for it. Actually, I've got a better idea. Let's stick it into +1 so it just gives it some welly. Hopefully we won't stall. And all I've done here was looked on the map to see where like the brown patches in the water were, because that tends to, oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's gone now. I didn't want that car anyway. Yeah. We'll leave that one for the moment. Where were we? We got the lorry over here. We'll rescue it. Let's do the rescue. Sorry, that was a bit optimistic, I must admit. I wasn't expecting it to go quite that deep, but it did all right till it got out there. So there is every potential this could be all right. Let's do the intelligent thing here. This hasn't got a trailer park, so it's just a case of detached trailer, which would be a shame because you can't park it. Well, that'll just have to sit there now, won't it? Because we won't be able to pick that back up. Will it sink? Oh, there it does, an auto park. That's alright, we can live with that. Let's get some traction going and try and work out where we left the car last. So we're there. We're heading in the right direction. Just want to get out of this deep and onto a bit higher ground, and we'll see if we can winch to it. Right, I can see it, so we're not sinking. That's a good sign. We got a winch point. That'll do. Yeah, we'll leave that with auto and we'll see if we'll start. This is going to be the tricky one, trying to get it back across that deep one while towing. Are we doing? We're doing. As far as rescues go, this might actually work. And yeah, the ram fired back up as well, that's handy. Let's quickly change trucks so it doesn't roll into the water. It doesn't leave us a lot of health on that, does it? That wasn't my best ever move. Let's go up to where it's a bit shallower and see if I can get to, oh excuse my voice, and see if we can get to where I managed to get the little blue truck across, the little B class. This is always a good tip. If you get to the river and you can't get across it, run along the coastline. You'll be surprised there's actually a lot of places you can get to just by following the edge of this water. Few rocks, don't get too far out, but you'll be alright. Now this is the risk. Right, I'm in normal gears. Should I try normal gears or go for the 1+ again? Now I know this one, you have to go slightly diagonal. And it is not too bad. See, we're getting in a little deep again, but not too bad. Yeah, we can do this. The irony is, if you use the original vanilla one, the original A class, the little Land Rover type thing, you can drive across that river. It is tricky, you have to pick a right route, but you can drive across it. Bear with me a sec. Sorry, I had a mad coughing fit then, which is never good. But we got round it. We got over it, didn't we? Right, what are we looking at? We're looking at changing truck to this one, going on to advanced. We've got 600 points there, 400 points there. Oh, there's fuel. We'll fix that one up. There's fuel. I didn't want to fuel it. Utility car. That one. 400 litres. So that's just fuel in that one, and this one's only got 600. And it's got 526. That'll take all the damage out of that. I don't want to use that. 300. That will leave me 600. That one, yeah. We'll repair it with 300. Because these two have got a bit of a mission. Right, let's go back. Actually, let's stick with this one for a minute, because this one needs to get across as well. So we'll go with this one, because he needs to head across there. Let's take the parking brake off and put some traction on. What is the best route for that? There is no best route. It's just a case of gun it and hope for the best, isn't it? Alright. Fingers crossed and go for it. That's all you can do. You see what I mean about this? This one is trying to tow in a trailer at the moment, so it's a little bit slower than what it normally would be. But you take the trailer off it, this one bounces all over the show now. And it's a great little truck for exploring with. But you have to bear in mind, it's not fast. But compared to the old blue truck with the two-wheel drive and the chains and tyres, it's an awesome improvement. This is where it'll suddenly go deep now, you watch. They've laid a trap for me just in front of the exit. No, they made it. Right, jump the gun. If this gets up here nicely, come on. Oh, it's the weight of the trailer pulling it sideways. Right, we'll get in there for the moment. Park him up, like you do. Then we'll quickly zip back over to the Ram. Right, bear with me. I'm lighting my cigarette despite the sore throat. This will start the coughing fit again, and I'm sorry if it does. That's one of the perils of addictions, he is. You're addicted no matter what your condition's in. Oh, come on, you can do it. Whoa, he's getting carried. We're getting a little bit of drift with the water there. Come on. We need you across this water. We need you to do the scout. Because in the version I used to play, there's a bit D-class on here somewhere. Now, bearing in mind they took it off the hill map, I'm hoping it's still available on here. Let's take off diff locks. We don't need that for a minute. Oh, when you're saying that diff lock does help with the back end sliding out a bit. Now, we don't really need fuel, but if I remember rightly, you can cut through this way. Maybe. Maybe not. Soon find out. Tree bashing. Up. See what I mean about it being a little bit less stable than the Cruiser. That was close. That was close. We nearly had that parked on its side. Takes his damage off these. Oh, because it takes his damage off these trees easy. That one was my fault. I'll hold my hand up to that one. That one was like too fast, bit of a bounce. Should have known better. But I don't mind a little bit of damage if I'm getting where I need to go. I'm not sure if I am now. Oh, there, that tree. Oh, come on, behave. Now, the one thing I have noticed is the magic camera for this one is not always above. Get back. It's not always above the car, it sits below it. So if I go in this camera, oh, it has worked. Oh, no, that ruined it, didn't it? Let's try that again. Oh, stop messing. But I don't know if it's, see, you just got a very top-down view of this one at the moment. Brakes on, that's why I'm not moving. And I'm in advance, that's why. Oh! No, that was a problem I had. The camera shoots you into it. Right, let's go back to a normal camera. One that I can see from. See, with the modded ones, they were modded with this camera in mind, so they're not going to be working with the camera per se. But most of the stock trucks do work with the camera, and it's a little weird, but very usable still. Right, so that puts me out here. Now on the map, that's the other side of there. Now where was? Let's try up towards that cloaking. I'm trying to think where this D-type used to be. It's been a while, see? Come on, dig in. You're on tarmac, you should be doing better than that. So I'm only keeping the diff lock on because it stops this one snaking about at speed. And I drift enough as it is. I'm not one for going slow. If you can go fast is my motto. Which is probably not the best thing to do in SpinTires. Yeah. I have a no mercy policy as well, that if I think I can get there, I'll try. But it's not always the best approach. Certainly not the most sensible approach to doing something. But it can be a lot of fun. After all, if you fail doing it in a fun way, you can always come back and do it sensible afterwards. And I do like the fun side of it. Hopefully this will show us where the trucks are. If not, I'll have to go back and move the other one, remove the other one. Right, what we got? We got Type C there. And no D type. Right, we're gonna have to go for this cloak ending. And if that doesn't get the D type up, they move the D type off that as well. Come on, in gear, in gear. This is such a sweet car to drive. Really is. You can, as you can see, you can just murder it a bit. I mean, it's taken a lot of damage, and that's not the truck's fault. That's the way I'm driving it. I'm very tempted as well. We've got a garage over here. Is to take the orange C-type back to the second garage I've already opened. Come on. Come on. There must be a gap there for me to go through. That side probably. Yeah, that side straight into the post. My camera angle may not have been the best there. So I just it just does this little. I'll tell you something. The Sid's vehicles are brilliant. Spun in darkness. If you ever see something with SID in front of it, there's a very good chance it's going to be an excellent mod. There are other ones out there as well which I think are good, but I haven't really had a chance to play with them yet. I'll say it's the first real chance, last few days, that I've had a chance to play on a fully moddable version, which is nice because it's way better than the old thing I was playing on. Right, oh, is it worth dipping in this way yet? Might be a little early to come down through here. But we could get there. And you see what I mean about it just terrain. It loves the terrain. We've opened something. What did we open? Let's turn around and find out. Is it the D class? I think it is. Yes. Right. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do to make it fun? Right. This is probably going to be a longer episode than I planned. So, what I might do is, having found the D class. Oh, come on. We don't like going any speed in reverse. Is let me do a quick time check here, find out how long the episode's been. But what I might do is do this in another episode. Yeah, let me do a quick time check. Back in a sec. Yep. Yeah, we're rapidly approaching that point. We're rapidly approaching the point of being a due longer episode. So I'm going to call it here, simply because we found the D-type. We got the Ramcharger ready to tow it if we need be, or we've got little B-type ready to bring around some repair points if we need to. Then from there we can take more on this map. So I should keep this map as it is, and I should do that for the next episode. But until then, I'd like to thank everyone who subbed for me, and thanks to Jambon again for the most massive, wonderful wave of support that anyone could ever give a little J-Bert. Thank you again, sir. Very, very, very grateful. And I wish everyone a brilliant day, and hopefully next time I'll be feeling a bit better. My voice won't be so bad. Have a great one, everyone. Catch you next time. Bye.